Be sure to enter my Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Toto Coasters 2015 competition. Link is in the description. Hello Spartans, Charity4000 here, and welcome to episode 17 of Let's Play Osborne Theme Park 2015. And holy crap, we're actually ahead of schedule of last year's theme park. Because by last year we finished the first area by episode 18, this time we're on 17. I'm surprised. Although this year I have been recording for a lot longer. I mean, every time lapse this year has been like hour and a half plus. Last year it was about ranging from 40 minutes to, well, eventually got up to long ones, but not like immediately. So right here I was just building the other half of this facade. I did receive some disapproving comments on my last video, to say the least. But happily I admit, I know I said I was slightly ripping off Silverette. And look, love it or hate it, but as Spock once said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And the many like this sort of thing. So I take them for the many. Sorry man, but for those of you who don't like it, tough tits. Suck up and deal with it. I ain't gonna change it all just for you people. So right here I was just doing more windows, trying not to repeat myself on the other side. And actually, go back to yesterday's episode, speaking of which, I know I uploaded it yesterday, but I actually recorded it on Saturday. Because yesterday I was doing the London Rise and Cycle Ride for the second year in a row. And on that note, I think in terms of my training freak status has gone from freak to borderline insanity. Because for reasons I can't, well, I kind of do know why, but I did the entire 54 miles in one hit. Why? What was I thinking? I mean, I do know what I was thinking. Pretty much my senses for my erg kicked in. Erg is the technical name for a rowing machine, by the way. But basically my erg senses kicked in. And that pretty much means don't stop until you get to the line. So just there actually, I noticed the fountains in Ralphie's Medieval Set 1 were actually quite nice. So I thought, how could I use them for like a centerpiece in this kind of square thing? So also before filming this, I planned I wanted kind of couple open pipes on each side of the doors. So I was just replacing all my bases and stuff, and just doing all the pressure meters and then having open ones. Because I wanted an open one on each side, but I also ended up wanting one across the top, so I wasn't quite sure how I could do that. So here, just do more things and more path edges, just details. I mean, this episode was kind of a bit of everything. Like, I got to like half an hour in, I'd already finished this building, and I was almost finishing this one. I was like, oh right, I've only done this. I've done this much, and I've only been recording for half an hour. How can I kill the rest of the time? So I did want a kind of centerpiece, with like, but I wasn't quite sure what I was going to put on top of it. I definitely wanted something with the fountains. I mean, this is a bit of a weird one. It's almost like a supersized Itamin connector, now that I think about it. Yeah, it is actually a supersized Itamin connector, basically. From like Coaster Joe's Itamin Sports. Because you've got the square part underneath and then you've got the round part that connects it to the track. Wow. Weird. So I decided just to stick another sundial in. I'm probably going to stick one next to each of the coasters or something. Keep your eyes open. Ugh, I mean, I don't know what else I could put for like a centerpiece. Like, I wanted to put a statue, but that was going to be like impossible. There's like no Dwemer statues that I know of. I mean, if I could, I would have put the Dwemer face marks on, but obviously this being Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, no, it's made a Dwemer set. And once again I made like a plate, yeah, but I would have put Dwemer faces on the side, but obviously I couldn't do that, so I had to improvise. So here I was thinking of how I could hide those kind of rough edges of the corners, and then decided to break out the pillars again from Iron Maiden's Wimhelm set. But they were messing up around the bases and glitching, so I decided to use the supports from Ralphie's Medieval Part 2. And then I just did more terra painting to kind of fill in the gap. And at this stage, like this whole area was pretty much done, barring foliage and rockwork, which I'll probably do at the later stage in this series. I mean, this episode was kind of a bit of everything, but predominantly it was finishing this area. Then I just did some more details around the rest of the park so far. I think next episode I might start on the B&M Hyper coaster. Because now this area is done, I might get going on that one. I'm already brewing up some ideas on how I can use particularly Iron Maiden's Wimhelm set and also get some good Dwemer, because the one thing I'm lacking at the moment is any sort of Dwemer stairs. Now, those ones may seem to turn out a bit boring in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I don't know how they'll look, but effectively you kind of get flat slopes on the sides and the actual stairs themselves in the middle. Like, I mean, here's a random example, but you sort of get this kind of how do I put this, slope plus step thing, I guess. That's probably the best way I can describe it. I mean, the only way other else I can describe it is by showing you the damn image. But that's what I'm going to try and guess at for some of my stations. Well, at least one of them, maybe two of them. The other two. Both of them, rather. Wow, I can't speak. Yeah, I'm still shattered from yesterday. Happily, I haven't got anything strenuous on my training program today. Also, speaking of training, yeah, I'll be in Nottingham this weekend, so unable to record then. Sorry. So here, once again, I accidentally deleted that rock. Flip sake, I would make that an episode title, but I did that last year, so I can't really do that. So here I was just doing more terrain pacing and some just the last details, path edges. I realised I hadn't actually done them around here, but I'd done them everywhere else. So here's two more edges, and they realised I didn't quite have like a edge piece to kind of fill that gap. So came up with an improvised solution, just did a different solution, just do more of the same fences. Like, you're going to be seeing a lot of that fence around, because like there's nothing really else that kind of, I think, fits the Dwemer style. I mean, it's either that or no fences, and that has all sorts of implications. So here, just doing more benches and more DSLs, and I was trying to find a good bin. Because, like, finding good bins, I think, is even harder than finding good benches. So I settled for this one, which I think is quite good. Like, you can get a good golden trim on it. And it sort of goes with the planters. Kind of. I mean, it's the best I could pull out. Like, I don't know if there's any good stone ones in existence. I mean, there probably are, but I haven't heard of them. I mean, I may just use those somewhere else around the park. So in these gaps where the coaster goes through and pretty much everywhere else, I'll just fill that with a load of foliage and trees. Just complete this area, but I might do that towards the end of the series. So here I was just placing everything and hang it. At that point I realised that the area was done. So I got a little bit stumped as to what I could do, but then I thought, yeah, let's just fill in these gaps now. Because I built these, like, I don't know, 10 episodes ago or something. But I hadn't quite planned on, like, what I was going to do with the terraforming. Or rather I had, but wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with the pathwork. So then I just got going on those and then did the same at the other end, because I realised I built those ages ago and then hadn't planned for how I was going to do terraforming again. So here I was just doing more things and more walls. So then just broke out Station 0G sets. I'm pretty sure you can use that set for almost anything and get away with it. Like, I was using it here and I was thinking, this looks great. Like, it's got that kind of Dwemer style, the whole kind of stone and golden trims and everything, and cool things and that. Like, even down with Dwemer, go grey and gold. You can't, because frankly, I don't think you can go wrong with that. Like, I think this kind of does catch the whole kind of Dwemer style thing. I mean, if any of my viewers are Skyrim freaks, then I would welcome some suggestions as to how I could improve it. But please bear in mind that A, there is no form of a custom scenery set for Dwemer things in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 at all that I know of. And B, I really do not have the knowledge or the time to make Dwemer custom scenery. Like, or my own custom scenery. Like, I have had some requests to make, like custom folder, like, I don't know whether you mean, like, my own custom scenery set or, like, my style theme folder. Which, by the way, is massive. Like, it's got, like, I don't know, it's like 3 gigs or something. But then there's all the CTRs, because some of those sets are, like, purpose-made for CTRs. But even so, I haven't actually used all the CS sets, like, all my CS in there. I mean, and then here, of course, the rockwork. Like, I finally just decided to end my procrastination and actually do this. And now you see what I'm guessing at. This is why I left those edges bare. Because I wanted to get this in the park, the whole kind of canyon thing. Now you see what I'm doing. Problem is, there aren't any other gigantic rock things with a good texture, so I'm a little stuffed for that. And then just decided to wrap things up with some last-minute pathwork, just do the fences around here. Like, I've been procrastinating those for ages, I just didn't know how I was going to do it. And then just finishing things up. And, like, here I was just thinking, yeah, this is coming together. I mean, there's probably going to be a load of procrastination next episode before I get going on the B&M coaster, but because, I mean, the layout's going to be tricky because I don't know where I'm going to put the station, but then just decide to do some last minute details. So hopefully I'll be uploading tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get on the B&M coaster if I don't procrastinate too much. But we're currently at the end of this, so I'm going to sign off. I'm Sherwood5000, you're watching Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 Let's Play on Theme Park 2015, and this is youtube.com/marshmallowmurderers. Please subscribe and carry on following the series. And check out any previous episodes to see how we've got so far. Bye!